Helen Goodman.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. I'm very pleased to follow my honourable friend for Colne Valley, who spoke beautifully. I too am a 1950s woman, but I'm speaking in this debate because there are 6,300 of my constituents affected by this. We're all in favour of equalisation, but we need a proper transitional period, and that's what these women have not been given. That's why it's unfair. They had no time to prepare, no time to save. Their legitimate expectations have not been met, and some have lost significant amounts of money, even though they've been paying national insurance contributions for many, many years. Ministers say this is because life expectancy is rising, and of course it is. But it's no use to a person who was born in 1953 to know that a baby born now will live to the age of 83. When they were born, the average life expectancy was 72. And let's look at the differences in different parts of the country. Even in my constituency, in the most well-off ward, the healthy life expectancy is 71. But in Woodhouse Close and Shildon, the healthy life expectancy is 55. When I started work in 1979, I expected to retire next year, age 60. But now I've got to work till 2024. But the big difference between me and my constituents is that I started work aged 21, having stayed on at school and been at university. Many of my constituents started work on leaving school aged 15. Take Ruth. She started age 15. She worked in local government and health. She has 3 children, 6 grandchildren. She thought she was retiring at 60 in order to look after her dear old mum. Now she's got to go back to work to sustain her husband, her children, her mother. She says, physically, emotionally, financially, where's the time, health and energy going to come from? Sean, she's in the same situation. She's had 3 jobs in order to keep herself and her family. Pamela left school at 15 on a Friday, went to work on a Monday. Jane, the same, working for 70 hours a week from the age of 15. She finished at 54 with a disability. And Jane and Pamela exemplify those people who are now being moved onto employment support allowance. They're using up their savings, which they had put by for their retirement. They are not exceptional, they are not unusual. The number of women aged over 60 on ESA has shot up 4-fold.
I'm very grateful, and she's making some very powerful points that other people in the debate haven't yet made, especially with regard to women, especially in the North East, a number of us are from, and probably Wales and other industrial heartlines, of women who've worked for almost 50 years and are going to be in this position of maybe then having a very short life expectancy after they retire, and it is just so unfair. And I think, does she agree with me about that unfairness?
I do. And my overall message to ministers is they should stop looking at the actuarial tables and start listening to the way lives are lived. Because I've got more examples. There's Chris. She wanted to stay on at school and get more education, but her father made her go out to work age 15. Sue, Jane, Diane, Judith, Jane, they all say the same thing. Jane has lost £48,000 through this, and Dot says, quite simply, I am so tired. I think we need to be honest about this. I think we need to look at this in a radical way. My honourable friend on the front bench has made many sensible suggestions, as did my honourable friend from Easington. But I think we need to think in terms of a pension system which takes account of when you started work. Because it's obviously the case that a person who started work at 15 should not have to work 10 years longer to get their pension as a person who probably has better health, probably has an easier job than a person who carried on with their education into their mid-20s.